What is going on today, guys? We are going to be doing two things inside of this video. I'm going to be showing you a before and after, a fresh reinstallation, and also talking a little bit about if a hair system can come up off of your head, if you ever have to be worried about it actually like ripping off of your scalp or anything like that as you're going about your day-to-day life, your activities, things like this. So right now, let's talk about it. I just got out of the gym right now. I'm about 10 days into the last time I reinstalled my hair system. I'm going to show you a close-up right now of what it looks like, and then I'm going to also show you where it is as far as its stability on my head, the reasons why it's at that point, all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look. But real quick, guys, this video is sponsored by Levivid Hair. They make a great product and they've got a lot of different styles for you to choose from. Get 15% off any stock order, as many units as you want, with my code down below in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's jump back into the video. So honestly, right now, it doesn't look that fantastic. It just looks, it starts to get like a little bit dirty. As you can see, it kind of has a little bit more of this line appearance right here. And if you're going to go by appearance, if you're going to go by how good the hairline looks, that's always a sign that it's time to do a reinstallation. However, you can get by with it looking like that. Listen, guys, you may judge it here on this platform looking at my videos and saying it looks like crap, saying it looks bad, but day-to-day life, no one's going to notice. In fact, if you are wearing a hair system, 99% of you probably already know that no one perceives it as greatly as you do. You're more conscious of it than anybody else. Other people not looking that closely, they're just not. Anyways though, so it doesn't look that great after 10 days. It doesn't look as perfect, if you will, but it's still okay. I'm okay with rocking it. However, let's talk for a second about its stability. So literally 10 days in right now, I used Ultra Hold as well as Walker Max Hold Sport, which is a scalp protector, which gives it more bond duration time, for me at least. For the majority of you, this is not going to be something you ever have to worry about. Hair systems are not going to come off your head if they are bonded correctly, if they are bonded with tape or liquid adhesive, and they have any sort of life left to the adhesive. If you go 3 months, maybe you have to worry about it. But if you go a couple weeks, generally speaking, you should be all right. I literally sweat, work out, exercise, do snowboarding, have hats on my head pretty much every single day of the week, every week, all year round. So I'm 10 days in. I'm kind of proof in the pudding of how intense it can get because I'm constantly sweating. Now, this right here, what I will say, 10 days in, there is a feeling of slippage. And what do I mean by slippage? I mean that, let's say, for example, I'm using a full poly system right now. If I'm sleeping, right, and I have my head, the back of my head against a pillow, and I'm moving it around throughout the night, it may actually start to like scrunch up a little bit, like not an inch, but perhaps 1/8 of an inch, enough to perceptibly kind of like move forward. And if I put my hand back, I can feel a little bit of scrunch. All you have to do is readjust it back down in the morning by just literally pulling on it, and it's back to normal, and it generally stays in that position. So it's something that like resets, and that's over the course of hours of just like gently kind of like pulling on the hair system. That is direct pressure to the hair system. So you're probably thinking, well, oh, can it move in the wind? No, because wind is only going to get under something if it has the ability to kind of get underneath, right? If it flaps underneath, then you have a lot more resistance to the wind, more surface area, and then it could pull up. This is me actually pushing and pulling on the hair system. It's direct force. Wind is not going to cause an issue. Water, for that matter of fact, coming into contact with the hair system is not going to make it come off. All right. Now, if you dive headfirst 50 feet up from like a cliff and it's not freshly applied, I don't know. That's something that we might have to try out. Although I'm not going to really want to dive 50 feet into the water headfirst. Not my thing. But for the most part, hair systems are not going to come off your head, even when they are close to needing a reinstall. That being said, one thing I have noticed that I will tell you about is when they heat up. So if you're doing a lot of exercise, like high intensity interval training, you're spending a lot of time in the hot sun. Like if you live in Florida or, in Africa, I know there's other hotter places in the earth. So if you live in a hot climate anywhere in the earth and you spend a lot of time outside sweating, your head is going to actually heat up. We lose and we dissipate heat through our head more than anywhere else in our body, right? So if that's the case and you start feeling yourself heat up, you will feel that the adhesive becomes more maneuverable. And what I mean is it can kind of like wiggle around a little bit, but there's still adhesive. Like if you try to pull it directly up, generally speaking, you're not going to have that issue. However, I'm going to show you this. So this is about an hour after coming out of the gym. You know, there is definitely some instability here. That was pretty easy for me to take off. That goes away as it dries back out, as the moisture evaporates, right? So if I wanted to right now, I could actually kind of like pull my hair system up and I could actually blow dry underneath it and get it nice, dry, remove the moisture, the sweat, and lay it back down, stretch it back out, and I'd have more life. It would last longer. However, that isn't something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reinstall today just for the sake of it, and we'll get going. Now, last part of this video, I'm gonna go do a reinstall and take care of my hair, and then we're gonna take one final look at how it looks after, kind of do a before and after, and talk about it, all right? I'll be back. And this is it, guys. This is me after a reinstall. Definitely looks a whole lot better. Let's zoom in for a closer look, shall we? So as we can see, the hairline a lot cleaner, looks a lot better, looks a lot more natural. So once again, guys, in this video, you know, we talked about what it might look like, how your hairline will kind of degrade as it gets a little bit dirty and will not look as good. We talked about, you know, if a hair system will ever fly off of your head. It's not going to unless you're in extreme circumstances and your bond is really weak. As long as you take care of those two things, really, you should be good to go in basically any situation that you're going to encounter. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If this gave you any value whatsoever, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below. It means the world to me, and it helps destigmatize hair loss by getting this message out to more people. We will talk to you all soon.